What up? Welcome to your morning drip. I am your host, Ron and Rock. This is your host.
It's your boy, Dry Hands E Weezy.
You like The Simpsons, in every episode there's a different thing, and I appreciate it.
Hey, man, listen. Yes.
Yes?
Is
that
Is it that TV?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Take that remote over there and just turn down the TV behind you.
Did you put your phone
just
on?
point it right behind you.
Did you put your watch on mute?
If it isn't a cluster of stuff
Of unmuted.
then it ain't us.
Usually what it is, honestly, is just always that something isn't muted.
Yeah.
Like the beginning will be like, yeah, but somehow you get a message
at
the beginning. Is it like a Twitch notification?
Yeah, I always know when the PlayStations and Xboxes and whatever else goes live.
Oh my goodness.
It's your boy.
Oh man.
But today is Wednesday, December 1st. We got a lot of different stuff to talk about. Mm-hmm. I can't wait. Oh, we got some people on the live stream. What up to everybody in the live stream? If you got any stuff you want to say or tidbits you want to share, maybe some stuff you want us to talk about, go ahead and put that in there. Everybody watching on Twitch knows to watch on Twitch, but
if you're watching on Twitch, catch us on Twitch.
Yeah, but for later on when this episode re-airs, if you want to watch us live, we're 8:30 every morning, or not every morning. 8:30 every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right here in the YMD studios. Mm-hmm. Soon to be the beans, more the beans.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about today, but what's been going with you? How was Run Club last night?
Run Club was good. It was really nice out. It was like 55 or something degrees last night. Really nice. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, we all, like Amir, who Tall Amir as we call him, who does our Run Club, we asked him, he was like, hey, how's everybody doing tonight? How's it going? Everybody's like, fine. Yeah. And it was like 35 people or so.
Oh, wow.
35, 40 people. So, I mean, we have really good turnouts, but I think everybody just was like today is just fine. Like, there's nothing bad, nothing good, and it's just fine.
Yeah, the winter, set in on people, and people are, now starting to be like, oh, this is what depression feels like.
Yeah, it's just like, even though
those endorphins.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, not everybody was just like, listen, I'm not mad, I'm not happy, I'm just kind of here. Yeah. I'll take I'm here over worse. So
okay.
But yeah, how are you? I was gonna say how's your shows this weekend, but we're in the middle of the week.
Yeah. Good. We're going to do a special tribute to Jay-Z on Saturday. Because Saturday is Jay-Z's birthday. So we're gonna celebrate all the legacy of Jay-Z.
Oh, legacy.
Yeah. So we're doing that. In fact, you know what? Let me see if I can drop this in the chat real quick. But yeah, we're doing that. So we're gonna play all Jay-Z's music, all music from Rockefeller, Rock Nation.
Up to when?
Like
a week. Oh, okay.
And then which is basically we're gonna be playing like Jay-Z, Kanye, Rihanna, Lil J. Cole. Freeway.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting to see if
you was gonna say. Okay, Freeway, Cameron, just the usuals, but Yeah, I'm super excited about it. Let me see if I can just put that. Boom. I just put it in the music news, so it should show up. You can just put it on this delightful screen. That would be greatly appreciated.
I'll connect you with my boy Will Eberhart, who has all the Jay-Z mixtapes that I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, and as you can see, I drew another cover.
He got the what's it called dreads now.
He had my baby dreads.
Yeah, but now he got the Basquiat joints, the ones that's like
Basquiat or Murs.
I mean, honestly, it could be. You could say either one.
Let's first get up a picture of Murs when he had the. I want to say the most hideous dreads of all time.
Yo, Murs. Hold on. I'm gonna throw one in there too of another person.
And then Jay-Z. And Jay-Z's dreads now are I don't know what the right way to describe him is, but it's let's
see here.
He looks like a head of broccoli. All right, so it's all the way up at the top if you want to just scroll up to it. Should be the two first things in music news, and just double click on Jay-Z's real quick. See if that'll come up. The smallest picture ever, but yeah, there we got Jay-Z.
Bro, this one, these like these 2.5 in the middle kill me.
Yeah, they all kill me.
The ones on the side, they just look like they're glued together.
It just looks like he has a mini fro and they're growing off of it. But I also had hair like this, so I know it's like. See if you can swipe to the other picture of Murs.
You had hair like that?
Kinda. What? Unsupported file.
Man, why they gotta do Murs like that?
Maybe just try to pause the screen and see if you can just switch. Yeah, get a picture of Murs up. He's man, just a beautiful person. There you go. There's Murs, and it's funny because they're both wearing the suit,
and they're both mad about it. Yeah, here we go. This is I got one for you.
This is hair gossip.
Yeah, where'd you put that toward the top?
Yeah, that's the first thing.
I see it.
But yeah, I gotta say, Jay-Z's hair over the last couple of years. You know, he had a good Caesar. He had a good fade. And then
there you go. It's right below all the other ones.
This is gonna be. Ooh. Why did I look beforehand?
Oh yeah. So this is Elfrid Payton. He's still playing in the league. He finally cut his hair, but for the longest time, this is actually how he played.
Isn't that aerodynamically not sound for a basketball player?
You know what? That is the best phrase you could have used, because no, it's not. And like when he would run, it'd be like, yeah, that's like when you have like the little white kids, and you see them like with the hair in their face, and you're like, yo, I know you can tell that that's in your eye. Like we have eyelashes and things like that for a reason, to protect us from when stuff is blocking, like bothering us.
The Jonathan Taylor Thomas haircut.
Oh yeah, the JTT, absolutely, bro. But yeah, it's like we have things there to keep stuff out of our eyes. Why are you putting hair in your eyes? Why are you making it so you can't see? I
just want to know if he gets called for goaltending if it hits the top of his hair coming on the downstroke of the hoop and it gets blocked.
He's not that tall.
He's not that tall. He ain't got hops like that?
He got a little bit of bounce, but I'm actually like he's always, every time I watch him, don't get it twisted. Anybody who plays professionally in any sport is great.
Yeah.
So, at any moment, this individual could give you 50 points because that's how they got to that point, or they could give you 500 rebounds or whatever. Like 500 is an exaggeration, but so, clearly he's good at basketball, but I don't even know if he's still in the league. I think he might be out now or playing like D League or something, like G League. Sorry. But yeah, I don't know. He always was just okay whenever I would watch games. It's like it wasn't enough to justify. It's like when soccer players first started wearing colorful soccer cleats or colorful boots. But the people who wore the colorful boots were like the fastest people. So even if you wanted to make fun of them, you couldn't catch them anyway.
So did you? Sorry, did you hear the story?
A little.
Let me Let me get a little bit of that your morning drip.
Water.
It's Space Jams. It's a secret sauce.
Oh yeah, Michael Secret stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you hear that story about that NBA player? He was like one of the worst players within the league, but he decided to prove his point that he's like playing on like a level that people don't understand, and so he played regular people and just destroyed them.
No, I need to. Who was this?
I'm trying to figure out what the dude's name
was. It Charlie Villanueva?
It was a white dude. He was tall and he was built like a dad.
He's like, just in case you guys were wondering if I'm good or not. That sounds like I'm sorry, but that sounds like a white dude thing to do. To be like, you know what? I'm very good. I'm gonna prove that I'm very good.
Sounds about white.
Yes.
But yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into our first story of the day. So we were talking about hype beats culture last episode and things going wild, prices fluctuating and going crazy. So in recent news, they discovered Tupac's hard drive containing unreleased music and photos to fetch up to how much you think in auction?
How much I think what?
How much do you think it'll fetch in auction?
Oh. First of all, I think this is made up because they can just keep finding random gold mines to put in auctions. I'm confused, but I don't know. $1 billion. I don't know.
It's looking like it's going to fetch up to $1 million.
Oh, okay.
Not too crazy.
That seems like a regular ridiculous number instead of an outrageous ridiculous number.
Yeah. So like they have songs on there like unreleased version of Let's Get It On, Ready to Rumble, which has Mike Tyson on it, which is crazy. And they also, let's see. Yes, so with the starting bid of $10,000, I Gotta Have Rock and Roll expect an item to fetch anywhere between $600,000 to $1.2 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, 10% of the sale will go to Tupac's foundation. So somewhat of good news.
Why
But
10%?
Mama Shakira still got to get them Birkins.
Oh, is that who's selling it?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Why only 10%? Plus, I want to see
found that.
Now, I want to see this hard drive. I want to make sure that it's actually like a
hard drive from back in the day.
Yeah, they pull up with the modern hard drive, the little
skin joints.
Yeah, they're like, we found a 10 terabyte hard drive. Like, yo, they just made that. That just released.
Yeah,
that just released like 2 weeks ago. There's no way that's from 92. I want to see one. I want to see this hard drive. That hard drive better be heavy. The hard drive better have a floppy disk. Port.
You're just gonna fully go with this one.
Oh yeah, 100%. But do you disagree? If they pulled up with the hard drive, like the counter,
if it's more than a gigabyte, then yeah,
then it's false. Then it's falsities. But didn't they say how much did it say it was worth of stuff?
Wait.
83 gigabytes. Okay, that hard drive better be a tower.
What? 83 gigabytes of music and photos. Yo, who had a digital camera getting photos,
bro?
Of Tupac back in the day? There was no digital photos.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, you heard it here first. Tupac's still alive.
Confirmed. So this is gonna be pictures of Tupac. This is gonna be pictures of Tupac at like Up in Smoke tour. Or like one of these like somewhat newer tours. He's gonna be at what is it? Drake versus Wayne.
Oh wow.
He's gonna be in the back.
No, all right. I'm gonna give it to you and tell me who do you think this would actually be? If Tupac's still alive, which we have already confirmed.
Here on the show.
You heard it here first.
We just did. There's no way there's 83 gigs
of
information
there
on
wasn't
one hard drive from 94.
There wasn't even truly the internet back then.
Yeah.
Where did you store 83 gigs? That's more technology than what it took us to fly to the moon.
Was Tupac the first one to use like a Google cloud?
He's the first Google Drive. He was with a young Mark Zuckerberg being like, all eyes on me. Man. I'm in the metaverse, baby.
I'm in the metaverse. Man.
But
anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yo, so who do you think Tupac would be with nowadays if he was still alive?
Who he'd be rocking with?
What girl?
Oh.
What celebrity girl would Tupac be? Because I already know who it is. Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly.
You go first, because I'm just like, I don't know celebrities that much.
I'm gonna say he would be with the bad girl Rihanna. She dealt with enough R&B singers and everything else. There ain't no real thugs in the music game no more. And
how old would he be right now?
It doesn't matter.
Like 45.
It's Pac.
Oh, can somebody look that up?
I'll look up.
I'm trying to think. I think he would. I'm trying to think of like an older. Like I think.
Oh, you're trying to say he'd be getting Halle Berry, or
yeah, as a Halle Berry, or like, this would be the.
So he was born in 1971. So
71, 81, 91, 2001, 11, 50. Yeah,
he a rich 50.
Yeah. I would say this will be who the entanglement would actually take place with.
Yo, did you know? All right, so
Jada Pinkett Shakur? Is that what you're about to say?
So Jada Pinkett, so they were childhood friends and their romance and everything else. I believe that's correct. And in the way that Will Smith put it on this interview, where he's talking about it, and basically he was saying like, yo, like they never like got together.
That he knows of.
What she said.
Man.
And so basically he was like, so Will, when he got with her, he had a really hard time being around Tupac. And she kept saying that like, Tupac is a great guy. You guys have so much in common. Like you guys just need to talk. And Will Smith never talked to him. And he says that's one of the greatest regrets of his life is that like this person, because of their love, both of Jada Pinkett Smith, they never had the chance to actually connect.
Yeah, it's like when you got a homie who starts dating somebody and you kind of like drift apart. Mm-hmm. You don't really talk that much because you're like, yo, that's your girl now. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna.
That's not that's like when your homie dates your ex and you're like, I can't be friends with you no more.
No, because if they were never together. But that's what I'm saying. If
I feel flaws in your analogy.
No, Sam, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was the most fakest ever.
No,
Yeah,
I see where you're coming from. I think kind of.
Yeah, it's like if you got a best friend who that type of attraction is there. Mm-hmm. Like in my case, it'll be if I had a friend that was a lady.
I get what you're saying.
And we're cool. You know what I'm saying? And then she starts dating somebody else.
Yes.
We can't be that tight anymore. Or it's most likely we're not going to be able to be that close anymore.
It depends on how much she's aware of it and if you guys like ever spoke about it. Because then
she's the one who said like, yo, we never dated or nothing, but we just tight.
Well, no, they dated. It was just like it never got to that point.
Oh.
Like physical. Supposedly. Like, hey, yo, let me... Will Smith.
Wait, so really what you're telling me though is that I called it.
No.
Yeah. I would have been somewhat correct.
No.
Because I didn't even know that they had dated before.
All right.
That would have been the long lost and they would have got back together. They would have been seen holding hands in Ibiza.
Yeah, I can just see, I just really can see Tupac all like Gucci'd out at a Fendi show being like,
what? Gucci'd at a Fendi?
Yeah, because I mean, yo, if he was with the bad girl Rihanna, that's what it'd be. All right, I put the link in the first one in Music Drip. If you can hit that real quick, it's a YouTube clip. It's we'll let Will explain it so we can understand.
Will's gonna explain it similar to how his entanglement went.
I mean, he didn't even explain that.
That's how when Will's trying to figure out what to say. Okay. Oh.
You might have to unplug the sound and plug it back in, or you have to unmute it. That's what's going on. Nope, all the way over. Keep going. Yeah. and then unplug that.
That was in the early days.
Yeah.
That was in the early days, and it was like that was a big regret for me too, because I could never open up to interact with Pac, you know, and because we had a little bit of a thing, right? Because you know, they grew up together, and you know they loved each other, but they never had that, you know, they never had a sexual relationship, but they had come into that age where now that was a possibility, and then Jada was with me, you know, so you know Pac had a little thing on that, but she just loved him like he was the image of perfection, but she was with the Fresh Prince, you know, so it was like I never could, like, even we were in a room together a couple times, I couldn't speak to him, you know, and you know he wasn't going to speak to me if I wasn't going to speak to him.
Really?
But
It seemed like y'all would have so much in common.
no, that's what Jada would say all the time. She was like, "I'm telling you, y'all are so similar. You will love him." And I just never, you know, that
alcohol back there. That's early drink champs.
So one of the things that he ended up saying was,
Still sounds like I'm right.
huh?
Still sounds like I'm right.
No, I mean, whatever. Anyways, basically he was saying that, like, yo, he was a squeaky clean and he was like the bad boy.
Yeah.
Funny enough saying bad boy, but bad boy of hip hop. And
That's why he did Bad Boys. He's like, I'm gonna prove to her that I'm bad.
Well, no, because he probably did Bad Boys, so then he could be like, yo, I'm on Puffy's team.
Oh no, that's terrible. That oh my gosh, I don't. Yeah, that is going too far, sir.
Bad Boys for life.
Man, that is taking it.
On me. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Next up. So speaking of, you know, back in the day artists and, you know, clearing the air between some situations. Have you heard the situation with Benny Siegel?
Well, not what.
Beanie Siegel?
Yeah, I was like Benjamin Siegel.
Benjamin Siegel. Benny Siegel and Kanye West about how Benny Siegel actually came out with Yeezus. Or what? He came out with, Yeezy. All right, this is how they put it. So aside from addressing the beef with Drake, Kanye is divorced with Kim. On Drink Champs, Kanye gave Benny Siegel credit for coining the name Yeezus and admitted that he would be trying to pay Siegel for his contribution to the brand. And well, now you're looking at it, so I can't make you guess, but you see how much?
Give him his money.
It's
not like Kanye isn't making money off of it.
Kanye promised $50 million for coming up with the nickname, saying, I got a phone call from the motherfucker the other day, and he's getting $50 million and 5% stock in Yeezy. And I don't know if a nigga know Yeezy did $1.7 billion last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a lot of money.
So
if you just gave him $50 million, that would be like a bloop, like a little drop in the.
Well, that's what Yeezy made. That's not what Kanye made from that.
I know.
So let me say, I want to say this. I put a lot of bad ideas out there, and I'm not asking for much. Give me one mocha and 0.2% of
that's a lot.
or 0.2.
You can have 2 decimal points.
I don't know how math works.
He said, just give me something. You got this whole show.
We both know how much this whole show makes.
Hey, it has potential.
We getting there.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to anyone that helps us get to 1,000 followers before New Year's Eve, for the end of the year. We like 7 something.
I was in an undisclosed location the other day, and somebody walked up to me and said, I started following this Instagram account, and then I saw your face on it. And I was like, huh? Oh. Yeah. So
the drippage.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I know that guy.
But yeah, man. I mean, what you think? You know, how we gonna break down this percentage?
Man.
Yo, not anything on the merch line or anything else like that. Just whatever contributed from my bad ideas.
Oh, you got it.
Okay. Thank you.
You got it. We will talk through the deets.
50-50. So no, what do you think about that?
Well, I forgot what we were even talking about.
Benny Siegel getting the 50 million and then getting 5%.
That's a lot of percent. I have a bet with a good friend.
5% stock.
Yeah. I have a good friend who has ownership in one of the bars around here, and we made a bet, and my bet was for 0.5%. Anytime a violation took place, and so I just been waiting. But I'm happy about 0.5%. So 5%, outrageous.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about 0.5% of something that's worth like maybe $1 million. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, but not. So this is 5% of something that's worth $1 billion.
Billy.
A Billy.
I'm really surprised Lil Wayne hasn't done a remix and done a Billy. Anyways, all right.
Who would it be?
Huh?
Who would it be? Who would be on the remix?
With Wayne?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's like obviously Drake, or maybe he would do a song with
smack Drake. I'm not even. I love Drake, but he would on a Millie. It would have to be somebody who
maybe Jay.
Okay,
because he's actually the first billionaire.
It could be. Ooh, that's a good one. It would have to be somebody who can actually flow that long, like no hook.
Either that, or then you just have Russell Simmons at the end and say, "Love, peace, and chicken grease. Good night," like you used to do on
Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah. I think that would be dope. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it is, that shows a lot of respect because he didn't need to ever do that.
Yeah.
He ain't, but even more so, it shows like he knows where he came from because he's taking care of some of the dudes that, put him on, like him doing stuff with like, State's Property and Freeway and everything else. So it's just dope. And I also find it funny that Kanye, it's always the thing is like, you should really check who you believe in, like in the sense of like, there's those people that are coming up and you're just like, yo, like, I'm going to support this dude, like, whether he makes it all the way or only makes it 5 feet, like, I'm just going to show this dude support. And when that dude becomes the guy, and then you get to be like the homie backstage being like, I showed him that dance move. I showed him the kick spin.
Yeah. I remember when he couldn't even put 2 lines together.
I'm going to butcher this next segment. So I'm gonna need you, if you can put the one up after Benny Siegel. We gotta.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? It's your boy.
I'm ready.
But who you keep head nodding to outside?
No, my neck, bro. I'm tired.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to stretch my neck out.
You just in love jail, just Netflix and chilling.
Yeah, by myself. My girlfriend out of town.
Oh. All right, you got this one.
Ari Lennox, arrested at Amsterdam airport, claimed she was racially profiled by the airline.
So.
Was it radically? Okay. What happened?
Yo, let's see. So, you know what it is. According to reports,
you know what it is.
From the 30-year-old singer was arrested Monday morning at Amsterdam, whatever airport, with military police responding to an altercation between Lexon. Is that how you say it?
Lennox. Lexon, Lex off.
Dude, I swear to God, I am the what was it, Mayweather of the morning show game. I'm greatest of all time. Can't read a lick,
man.
And Airline officials first reported she was being arrested on Twitter. She claimed that she was being detained for reacting to a woman racially profiling me. And another since deleted tweet added, "Wow, Amsterdam, I'm horrified. I was happy to travel, and this evil woman, I never expected racism so blatant." So, you know, it's nothing like getting caught overseas and still realizing you black.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that sucks. I don't really have too much to say about it. That just sucks.
You know, it's she headed to Amsterdam after appearing on the Soul Train Awards on Sunday night and to perform her new single, and was joined by Summer Walker. And yeah, you know, coming back.
So Summer Walker didn't get stopped?
No.
Oh,
This is after the performance she did with
separately. Okay,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that it doesn't happen.
Yep.
You know, so I'm not gonna be like maybe she was blowing it out of proportion. Like we've been there. Like
Yep.
you know, so
how was your experiences in Japan?
Japan is really polite.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely times where people would be like, I don't know about you, but for the most part,
Where the Cookie Monster come from?
Yeah, man, I just ruining.
Wobbity.
Yeah, oh man, just you know, annihilating cookies in the Family Mart. But yeah, I don't. In Japan, I always had actually one of the reasons why I love going to Japan is, excuse me, the one time I was walking down the street over by Dakeyama bookstore. I was in Dakeyama and was walking toward a lady, and she was on her phone, and it was just us two on the street. And she did not change the side that her purse was on. She didn't put her phone away. She didn't. And I even did all this stuff. Like, I was dragging my feet. I tried to make, you know, like the stuff that we do when we're coming up. Yeah, exactly. When we're coming up behind somebody or whatever, right? I did all those things to try to alert them that I was walking, and I was even walking toward them. It wasn't even like behind them. So, and it was weird because it was like it was at like the bottom of like a hill. So we were both like walking downhill. So I was like, just in case, walked past them, didn't move nothing. And then I think at that moment I realized that pretty much all the time when I'm in Japan, people don't do that. They're not worried that I'm gonna like hurt them, touch them. I'm not trying to steal nobody's girl. I'm not trying to steal nobody's purse or whatever, bro. Yeah, but for real, that's just like, it's such a crazy feeling to not feel like that. You know, so that's how I always feel in Japan. Korea, they hate me.
It's funny. Maybe it's because like I don't know.
I think Korea.
What our complexion levels are versus each other. But the first time I went to Japan, like certain people were just
Put your
like,
hand up.
hold on.
Let's
Let's make it fair.
So you out here looking like countertop.
Wow. You know, at least it ain't Jergens. But no, it was a thing that when I first went to Japan, certain parts of the community that were definitely more hip hop oriented were like, oh, black dude. I had the Jay-Z little antenna dreadlocks.
The little
And there's like, oh, black dude, hip hop, yada yada yada. All right. I don't know where we.
Yeah. See, nice
leave in the comments.
No,
who's dark?
Don't do that. Sam said no.
I'm the dark rich roast.
Oh my goodness, you're the same. We're the same roast profile.
That sounds like something, I don't know, we can flip into something else. But anyways, basically certain areas I was cool in, and when I went to go to any of like the nightclubs and stuff, being into music, they totally rejected us and told us that we had to bring like women, and by them saying you need to bring women, they're essentially saying you need to go pay women to come in and be with you in the club. And I think it was literally a thing. They're just like,
don't we say that here?
Not in that same way. Like, hey, there's some ladies down the street, you need to have 5 ladies each to come in here.
Oh.
And it was 3 of us. I'm like, we have to have 15 women with us to go in this nightclub?
They just didn't want y'all in there.
No, they didn't. They didn't. And the dopest stuff that was happened was there was a club that's like in an alley, and they had cones sitting outside, and we were like outside, you know, having a cig. And or they were. I don't smoke.
Right.
Just in case my kids ever watch this.
You can't say that.
But anyways, cones outside, and basically this dude pulls up in this white crazy car that I've never seen before, didn't even know the brand name. And he gets out the car, you know, decked out in tattoos, sleeves rolled up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then this girl like comes out out of the building out of nowhere and escorts him in. And I was just like, oh, that's the Yakuza boss. I'm definitely stereotyping right now, but I was just like, yo, that's the dude. And he just gets walked in like that. Like, that must be the life. And then us going up and then being like, no.
What club did you go to? Do you know?
Oh, no. We were just in an alley, and there was like tons of them everywhere.
Oh,
like,
okay.
It was a multi-floor, like had to take an elevator up. In the very top room, which was the smallest room, was a hip-hop club, and it was funny.
Oh,
it was
man.
Funny.
I went to a club like that, but the very top room was where they had the Japanese, like J-pop and K-pop on the very top floor. The middle floor was the largest, and that was where they had like top 40s, you know, but top 40s in like house. So it was like, mix those two things together, and you just get like a situation. And then but the bottom was like hip hop, and it looked like a cave. But the way that they had like
constructed
the wall, like it looked like a cave.
Let's make this look like a prison, because that's what hip hop culture is.
I just remember I'm not even necessarily exposing myself in a bad way, but I was walking down the street. This girl walks up to me. She's like, "Hey, you're cute." I'm like, "Hey, say shout out Japan. I like this."
Mm-hmm.
And I was walking with the homies. It was like 5 or 6 of us. And then she just puts like, you know, you like link arms. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Yeah, you gonna come out with us tonight?" And I was like, "Heck yeah, where y'all going?" And I think she had like one more friend. Mm-hmm. And we were walking, and then I realized that there was a gap that got separated between me and the homies. Mm-hmm. And in between that, there were some people who pulled up in between. Ain't nobody tell me. Nobody was like, "Yo, Weezy, hey man, hey, be careful, dog." And then I just remember we got to the club. I turned around, the homies was in the back. The people were in between, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going with my homies. I gotta wait for them." Mm-hmm. I was like, "How was I gonna do with you? This might be it. This might be the end of Weezy." Yeah, and then I just remember I ran into her again later. Mm-hmm. During like in that basement, and she was at the table with like a whole bunch of people, and they were like, "Hey, get a drink, come take a drink with us, and take a drink." And I was like, "No, I don't drink." And those fellas were like, they were like looking at me like, "Oh, you don't drink?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't drink." And they were like, "But we poured you a shot." You know, I was like, "I don't take shots." It'd be different if I just was like, "Nah, I don't take drinks from you." You know, but I just don't. I was like, I don't drink at all. Yeah. But language barrier, all that stuff. I was like, I'm gonna go upstairs, and then I could not find my friends.
Oh wow, there's nothing like getting lost in Japan. Yeah. That is the worst.
Getting lost in Japan in the club.
Yo,
we were there. I just remember we left and it was daytime.
So when I went to Japan, so immediately got off the. Basically, we get to the train after you're in the airport, and I brought way too much luggage. But I was also DJing out there, so I had a bunch of stuff, and you have to put your stuff in the in between the compartments, or like right as you enter into the first compartment of the train. That's where everyone's stuff goes. Yeah. So you can sit down.
Yeah, when you took the express train.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm doing that, and then my boy Chris and our other homies all got their stuff and hopped off the train, but I had so much in trying to get it off, I took too long and the doors closed. And I didn't get, I unlike everybody else, I didn't buy a cell phone or rent a cell phone at the airport. So I just sat there on the train for a second being like, oh no, I'm about to be lost in Japan. I'm going to be the Home Alone Japan version with a black guy. This is going to end horribly.
Or tidily.
Or it might be the tightest situation that ever happened. Get adopted by a family.
This show might not exist. You live in Kyoto.
It's
Do
a Fresh
do
Prince of
ceremony-
Bel.
Doing ceremonial tea services.
Anyways, basically, I like freaked out for like a good like maybe minute and a half, and then I guess what happens is those trains are so long
Yeah.
that they can be at another station while being at another one.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know this, but basically my boys got back on the train and just walked up to my point, and they were just like, "Yo, bro, you gotta hurry up. Things move fast in Japan."
I like how you're like, oh no, what am I supposed to do? And they've walked all the way down the train at that time.
Dude. And so I freaked out, but there was just like a split second where I was just like, this is not gonna be good.
Yeah.
But anyways, all right. Moving on. Our next point of our music news. Cardi B becomes the first female rapper with multi-diamond songs.
Is Diamond after Platinum?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
So if you want to pull it up, so it is. Well, scroll down for a second so I can just point to this horrible number that I'm not going to be able to tell. Is that
10 million.
10 million? All right. So 10 million certified by the RIAA, however you say that.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what the RIA is.
I'll tell you in 2 seconds because I'm just going to click on it. And it doesn't immediately say. But anyways, yeah. So Rihanna.
Radio.
Let's not even try. Nobody wants that dead air.
Oh, Recording Industry Association of America.
Where do you? Oh, okay, it's up there. Yeah. So, so she's certified after her feature on a song with Maroon 5, "Girls Like You," and yeah.
Maroon 5 just was.
See, this is the thing for me. Maroon 5 ruins hip hop albums. I liked Maroon 5 when it first came out, as them being a solo thing, like the sound of "This Love Has to." Yeah, I was with it, and then Kanye got with him, and it ruined it forever for me. I can't listen to Maroon 5 anymore.
What song was it?
We actually talked about this last episode. It was on Late Registration, and I think it was.
Why do I feel like it
was Roses?
slow? Roses.
Yeah. The song is horrible. In fact,
Roses is a beautiful song.
you're wrong.
No, it's a beautiful song. I don't necessarily love it, but it is a beautiful song.
Oh no, it's Heard Him Say.
Oh no, what are you talking about? Heard Him Say was great. Do not say that this was. This is premium. Come on, man. Oh yeah. Yes, Heard Him Say was great. Can I at least get a raise in the minimum wage? And I know the government administer AIDS. Come on, man. Bling, bling. Oh, I thought we both were. Oh yeah. Come on, man. Why you don't like Heard Him Say? What's wrong with that?
Trash.
Whatever. If that was
trash.
If that was another, I'm trying to think of another artist who that could have been, and everybody.
Yeah, I would.
Oh!
But I also hate the Mama song.
Okay. Hey, Mama and Roses. I leave him alone
Yeah, I'm
because they're about his mom and his grandma. So I leave him alone. I'm not gonna be like, yo, that tribute song you made about your family members, your loved ones was poop.
Yo, but it still has some of the greatest songs of all time on it. So it has Gold Digger on it. Yeah, Hate Roses. It has
We Majors on.
We Majors on there.
Such a good song.
Gone. Diamonds Are Forever. But then you have Hey Mama.
Late is on there too, right? It's the last song.
Yeah.
So good. Man, such a good song.
Yeah.
That was my whenever my mom would call, that was my ringtone because I was always late.
Wow, this is a lot about you.
Yep.
Anyways.
At least I know that about myself. It's not a good trait, but at least I know.
Oh, I thought you were shooting shots at me like,
No.
you also, brother.
Oh, no. I just know that about myself.
Anyways, so, yeah. You know, Cardi B, this is what I wanted to ask you about this situation. Because everybody says that Cardi B's a clone.
Of Nicki?
Of Nicki.
Nicki is garbage. So I'm thankful.
I hate you so much. You're quick, one-worded. Yeah. Anyways, with that, with Cardi having this like level of fame and everything else, and her being the most recent mega generation of rappers, I would say, you know, you could say that like Bobby Smurder types or anyone younger than that, like, you know, Young NBA or whatever else, would be the newest generation. But I put Cardi's generation as being the biggest top dogs of it. How do you feel with it being like this tacked on legacy with her? Like it's like, yo, word, like you are going to always be compared to a certain degree within being.
Yeah, it's the same thing happens all the time. I mean, you know, Chris Brown, Michael Jackson, I guess, or whatever, or, you know, LeBron and Kobe versus Michael Jordan.
But Michael Jordan never got compared. I mean, he did get compared, but it was like he's official on his own.
Yeah. So, but now anybody who comes after is going to be, is the next.
But I think there's certain people within those categories that get to jump that shark per se and get to be like, wow, like Tiger Woods. Like no one's saying that someone else, and there's been plenty of golfers that have been amazing, but no one's being like, oh, Tiger Woods is a young da 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 da.
Yeah. So, but if Tiger Woods wasn't black, would they do that? If he was white, would they say that he's the next Phil Mickelson or whatever? Or if that new person was black, would they compare him to Tiger?
So are you saying that just it's solely a black thing within this?
Or it's solely this is the only other. So they're like, Nicki has done this, so Cardi's just the next Nicki.
I feel like it becomes a thing once it's a certain amount of generations or a certain amount of time separating them. So you're not having like a Nicki Minaj be like, yo, you're just the next Little Kim. Or you're the next Foxy Brown. Yeah. Like, I think that like Nicki stayed within her own thing. Same thing I would say with maybe Beyonce. Beyonce wasn't ever compared, isn't like, you're the new Diana Ross, you're the new Mariah Carey or anything else like that. She had her own thing with it. And I just kind of, with Cardi going this quickly, being the first multi-diamond artist, I think it's like a point of like the changing of the guards, and we need to kind of recognize that even though Nicki and Cardi are probably very close within age and stuff, they are from two different segments of this game, and we need to realize that another segment has come up.
Are they from two different segments?
I mean, within time points, Nicki was
when did
definitely
Nicki start.
I mean, well, Nicki was. They were popping at the. It's a little bit of murky waters there. I would guess that the new generation of like the freshly like 15 to 22-year-olds are really the next generation of hip hop, whereas Cardi is. I'm guessing Cardi got to be in her 30s.
Yeah, I think Cardi's probably. I want to go with like a 32-ish.
I'm gonna love when we're horribly wrong. Yeah, we're wrong. She was born in 1992. She's 29.
Oh, okay. Yeah, about 30. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know. And you know what? I just
How old is Nicki?
Yeah, that's what I was. Nicki is 38.
She's a lot older than I thought she is.
Yeah. But Nicki, you got to remember, when Nicki was popping, when she was at the age that Cardi is right now, that was in the pinnacle of Young Money, Cash Money.
Yeah.
Like.
Why is that YMCMB?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do another one of those nights.
Man.
Just playing Lil Wayne all night makes my heart happy. But anyways, next up. All right. This one's a little tough. So, recently it was the Grammys, correct?
Sure. You know me. I'm gonna be watching on TV. I just finished Tiger King 2.
I love that you finished that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
I believe it was the Grammys. Whatever award show it was is whatever award show it was. I don't. But anyways, basically, there's a lot of controversy coming out. The Recording Academy CEO defends nominations after controversial nods to Marilyn Manson and Louis C.K. So this is one of those.
Oh, because of the album?
Well, because Marilyn Manson was on Donda.
Yeah.
And he got nominated within that. And then Louis C.K. Released a comedy album and got nominated for that. And the people are saying that they shouldn't even be up for an award, that they should be hands down canceled, kicked out the game.
I could go either way. I understand what he's saying, that he's not in the business of restricting people. If they put out a body of work, then and that body of work has been consumed, then it should be based off of fact, which is possibly part of what the Grammys have been knocked for anyway for a long time, of ignoring someone's body of work. Black people, right? So or compartmentalizing, like, okay, well, you know, the if you're not black and you ain't rapping, or you guys
can't get a country Grammy.
Yeah, you guys can win the rap one, or you can't get like a best new album in general because you're black, right? You can only win this zone.
Yeah, isn't it funny that country music has stolen from black culture, especially hip hop culture, as of recently? Like, it's country sounds just like a acoustic version of rap music sometimes.
Oh, I don't listen enough country.
Certain songs do. Like they're just straight up rapping.
Yeah.
Like you anyway and anyways.
And the hip hop cadence.
Yeah, but when that got flipped and Lil Nas X came out, it was like, oh no, we can't have this. Even artists like one of the greatest of all times, I'm gonna kick myself. Starts with the C, the blind singer.
That's what it's C.
Maybe it does start with the C. Not Stevie Wonder, the other one.
Oh, Ray Charles.
Ray Charles. But yeah, Ray Charles. Ray Charles was singing westerns.
Yeah.
And so it's just a thing that's like sometimes we don't get recognized within that, or we're not allowed to play that game.
Yeah.
That the other communities are like, no, I'm gonna take my ball and go home. You can't play with this.
Yeah. I mean, did they win, or they just got a nomination?
I think. Let's see. Manson was nominated for appearance on the album Donda, which landed in the Album of the Year category earlier this year. Manson was accused of sexual assault and rape. Louis C.K. previously admitted to sexual misconduct, was nominated for Best Comedy Album.
Was Kanye? Did Kanye remove Marilyn Manson from Donda?
No.
So are you mad at Kanye?
Well, this is my thing, and this is what I'm wondering. This is how
you know me, bro. But
you want me to just go get the other chair right now?
Because it doesn't. I think it's just sitting down.
Just make sure you.
I know. I can see. It's already really low. When I'm sitting down, it's like this on my forehead.
You want me to bring it up a little bit,
bro? Bring me up.
I'll bring you up.
So turn my mic up. Hey, yo, turn my camera phone up. Thank you.
You're welcome, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
But anyways, my thing about this is that when we look at artists like Bill Cosby, for instance, and committed atrocities, and they took away all his awards and every like thing that he got retroactively within it. So where's the line within that? Like retroactively taking someone's awards away, or when someone's accused of something and they're defending themselves, taking their awards away. That's the thing for me that I'm like.
I think you can do that if you are removing, if somebody did it this sounds terrible. If somebody did it within the event, so, and I guess you could say Bill Cosby was doing it within the event.
Yeah.
But if somebody if somebody did it within the event, like if somebody like the Houston Astros cheated a couple of seasons ago, right? Got their championship taken.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So like that compared to I don't know, like if a player was to, if it was found out that a player has been like doing some like sexual misconduct, and then you go back and you're like, oh, you're not the MVP anymore. You still was the MVP on the court, which goes back to the conversation of, do you look at R. Kelly's body of work or what he did?
And that's,
Do you look at Bill Cosby's body of work? Or because I'm not even, I'll go on forever and ever saying that R. Kelly got bangers, and that Bill Cosby's body of work shaped me as a person now, and I don't do those things.
yeah.
Right? So if you ask me,
There's
like,
a difference between Cliff Huxtable and Bill Cosby.
yeah, or even Bill Cosby, you know, when he was doing like Little Bill, or any of his, when he was doing music, or any of that stuff, all of that.
So that I guess that's the greater question within this, and this is what
This will always be a question.
Excuse me. The CEO was trying to say that basically we have to separate art from artists.
Yeah, so he's not in the business of restricting people. Like this is gonna set a precedent that hopefully will go on moving forward.
Yeah.
And from there, I mean, who decides who actually wins the Grammy?
I don't know if that's I think that might be a panel of peers or whatever else. I don't think it's the actual vote one. But the thing that gets me about these situations is, one, I think about the victims and what it must be like to live within those circumstances afterwards, of seeing someone all, like, you know, you go out in the middle of the night and you're with your friends and you're finally recovering, and then all of a sudden R. Kelly's song comes on, and you have to relive that moment. And, you know, I think about it on both ends. I think about the victims of Bill Cosby stuff and them being like, yo, Cosby's still being praised. And if Cosby almost became even more ridiculously rich because he was trying to buy a network. And it's just like, I think about that on both ends at the same time of being like, yo, we don't have a lot of examples of great black male role models or people within those shows that are timeless, that can carry on a better narrative of black people. And I'm like, yo, Bill Cosby wasn't the only one on that show. There's
for sure.
And there's other people that, you know, that were a part of that work. So I look at this situation as being a tough one, but my takeaway from it is, let's not demonize the conversation. Let's have the conversation. Let's speak about it. Let's try to have a better understanding of each other, a better understanding of this situation, and try to move forward that way, than to be like, hey, I have an opinion, you have an opinion, you're a monster for having that opinion. Yeah. And I think that that's the thing that, you know, makes people be like, well, I'm going to hold my bag and go this way. It kind of leads perfectly into the situation that's going on with Dave Chappelle right now. Dave Chappelle is still his, I think it was his, let me see if I can find this real quick. Dave Chappelle is a part of a school is being named after him. And they are, even within all the controversy that's going on right now, are still recognizing and being like, hey, we're still going to name the school after him. And it brought him to tears. And it's just, I look at those instances and just like, word, you have this moment and this creator that's pushing a boundary and pushing a narrative, and it's controversial. And the thing is, like, when something's controversial, people are not, there's going to be segments of population that are not going to like the opinion of it. Yep. And no matter what, are not going to be willing to see what someone's saying, like what the words are coming out of their mouth, and then the meaning behind those words and what they're trying to convey. And I look at this situation with Dave, and I find it like another one that's a perfect example of this. There's certain black people that see this in a light of being like addressing the issues that between the black and LGBT community and how things have gone so fast for them, but still have gone so slow for us. Nike makes an equality t-shirt and puts a rainbow on it, but black people have been asking for equality for years. And you know, Juneteenth has only been recognized within the last X amount of years, but Pride's on the same weekend has been recognized for, you know, since like the early 90s or even the very late 80s. Like, so it's
You know that equality campaign was first supposed to be just like black people deserve equality, and they're like, everybody, all equality matters.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually how that equality campaign got diluted.
And it's the thing that's like, I think that we can have within this situation of being, hey, here's a complex thing and you want this and I want that we can have our cake and eat it too. But we have to be less sensitive about our feelings and more open and receptive to what's being conveyed, not what's just being said.
Yeah, I've been on that. I've been team that for the 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, this is what I believe. This is what you believe. We can agree to disagree. Yes, maybe this thing is wrong, but hear me out. Maybe I don't agree with you. Well, let me at least listen. I can say yes or no, whatever. Just there's no conversation. Just clash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was a person that was like, I don't
Cheeks need a break.
want guns.
Yeah.
Like I just never want to be a gun owner, and I became a gun owner. And it's a thing that like it was an internal dialogue that I really had to have with myself about, you know, what it really meant. And I think that people don't realize that, one, we're not a monolith within any culture or, you know, orientation or whatever else, but also we're allowed to evolve. And I think that that's the deep thing that's like hard for people. It's like, yo, can we truly evolve, and what does it mean to evolve?
Yeah.
And if you change your point of view from being like Black Lives Matter to power to the people, like that doesn't mean the Black lives don't matter. It's recognizing that it's bigger than you. To quote the Lion King, you know, you're just a part of the circle of life.
I thought you were gonna quote Migos, but I like that. I like the Lion King one way more.
What was the Migos one?
I don't even remember. You're like to quote, and I was like, Offset.
Funny news about Offset. So Offset is trying to be one of the first rappers in space.
Okay.
Let me see if I can actually first rapper in space. Yeah, I saw this actually. Offset launches into space with Last Memory on the Fallon.
On the what?
No, this isn't the right one. We're not even going. You know what? We're just gonna skip about that because we got too much other stuff to talk about.
Are you saying Offset is trying to take off?
No, that's who it was. It was Takeoff.
Oh, so Takeoff's trying to take off?
Let me see if it just comes up if I just put first rapper in space. Oh nope. So Soldier Boy is trying to be it. You know what?
Oh
yeah,
man. Of course, Soldier Boy could afford to by himself.
How rich is Soldier Boy? I feel like he's one step away from Little Bow Wow.
Well, who do we looked it up not too long ago? I thought we looked it up on the show. Here, let me do it.
You do it.
Yeah,
you find out, and I'll bring up the next one for us. All right, so we have to do update also on AstroWorld.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Half of AstroWorld's victims' families reject Travis Scott's offer for funeral expenses. If you gave a shit about these families, you wouldn't have put out a press release for everyone to see. One victim's attorney says of Scott's offer to pay for funeral costs. 3 days after and you know, 3 days after the brutal crowd surge. I hate that it's called a crowd surge. It sounds like the wrong word to me, but they keep saying it, and I'm just gonna go with it. AstroWorld that would eventually leave 10 people dead and hundreds injured. The rapper publicly announces that he would pay for victims' funerals. Several of the deceased families, however, tell Rolling Stones they are not interested. So I basically think that what's kind of going on here is that, one, it doesn't look good for a court case if you're accepting money from a person trying to apologize while also trying to convict them or get charges brought against them on something.
Yeah.
And so I understand why the families don't. Also, it's kind of like you don't know a person's true intentions behind when they try to apologize. It's always that moment of being like, are you apologizing to actually apologize, or are you apologizing to stop being in trouble?
But yeah, I mean, but which, I don't know. I don't know, because what are you fully expecting from a famous, like one of the most famous people in the world? Mm-hmm. Are you expecting them to come to your house?
I mean, to a certain extent, if your actions resulted in one of my family members dying, hell yeah, you fly your ass down here, you come to my face and you apologize for it. You own up to that.
No, I don't know.
Especially, I mean, it'd be a different
if
thing.
If it was a corporation, if it had something to do with Johnson & Johnson, would you expect the CEO to come to your house?
Once again, so the only escape out of that for me would be the number of people it would be. If it was, but it's the thing that's like, you harm someone in such a way that they'll never be able to recover. And you just being like, I'm not going to look at what I did and actually take accountability for it, in the sense of being like, I have to look you in the eyes and say I'm sorry and deal with whatever you give back to me. Whether it's like, I accept your apology and I forgive you, or to be like, I hope you burn in hell and da-da-da-da-da, because you did this to me. You could have chose a different path. And that's where I look at that is what an apology is actually for. And that's why I feel like when you apologize, you can't apologize to someone in private. You have to publicly stand accountable for that. And unless like a person's like, hey, I just want to talk to you one-on-one and have this out and deal with this. But I think it's always on the person that was dealt harm's hand to be like, this is the form, or this is the way I want this apology. But I do know people take advantage of that, and we've experienced it. Had a homie sit up here and basically get extorted for a misunderstanding. And so, that's my feelings on it. So I just look at this situation with Travis. Do you know what BetterHelp is? So BetterHelp is an app that basically does therapy.
Oh, okay.
And Travis teamed up with BetterHelp to get therapy to anyone that needed it that went to the concert.
Okay.
That had problems. People looked at this being like, wait, how is this going down? Is Travis making money? Is Travis being sponsored by BetterHelp for this? Like, this could look horrible depending on what way. But it's also, once again, how you're choosing to accept that apology. Like, is Travis paying for it? Is, whatever else. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, damned if you do it, damned if you don't. If he didn't do anything, people are going to be like, how dare he? Mm-hmm. And now and then he does something. And I don't know what the intentions are either. That's a good point. Mm-hmm. But, he's like, okay, BetterHelp also sounds like it just has a network of therapists. Mm-hmm. I would assume all over the nation that will be able to help that many people. Who else are you gonna contact? Try to ask Kaiser for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, can I just get my results that I already paid for, that you've already charged me for, that I've already been in the system for months? Like, no. Like, so is it because I don't know. Like, so maybe he was trying to help, maybe he was not. I don't know. Of course, there's a bit of publicity that is going to have to take place that goes with all of this, because because the people who are suing him are using the media to sensationalize what's going on as well. Not saying that what happened was not wrong, but it is beneficial that the media is also helping to make this more more known.
Yeah. And with you saying that, it's a thing that's been, for me, I feel like there needs to be new journalistic standards that are not only, because, in Australia, they right now have this big thing where with Facebook that's like, hey, we're going to hold you accountable to what people post. And they're even extending that very strongly within the news. They're actually doing this in a couple of countries. And it's a thing that I look at what it is to be a journalist, what it is to do quote unquote fake news, what it is to hold back facts. And actually, we were going to talk about one story today, but I think we're going to skip it, where it was the situation with I'm gonna not be able to find dude's name, and it's gonna destroy my soul. What?
No, go ahead.
I was like, you gotta pay for parking.
No.
That there was why can't I find it? The mayor, governor of New York or whatever, getting into the situation with his brother. So his brother worked on the news station, was getting information about the sexual misconduct of, I believe it was the governor of New York, Cuomo. And it was like, hey, you getting information that's going to help out your brother's situation is a thing as a journalist you should be fired for. But at the same time, in that situation, it's your brother. So if you hear on the streets someone's about to beat your brother up,
yeah,
you got to defend them.
Yeah.
So I just think that at the end of the day, like, we need to really rethink what our reporting and news guidelines and standards are, and extending that back to the original story of this, what truly an apology is, and letting the families go through the grieving process in a healthy and therapeutic way. And definitely not try to make this into an opportunity to get clout for helping in the situation.
Yeah.
Like that, what is it called? Indirect consequences to your actions. Like, hey, I realized I stole this kid's basketball. I'm going to sponsor his basketball team so they don't have to worry about anything anymore. Indirect clout. And the families sit up here and tell the story about, yo, he did this thing and then he made it all better. That's good. But you go holding a press conference saying, hey, I just sit up here and got these kids basketballs because I heard they were missing one that I accidentally took. That's different to me. You get what I'm saying, Sam?
I mean.
Yep.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Sam, you don't got lie. You don't got lie.
He's like, this brother bought me a coffee this morning. I feel like I'm compelled to be on his side.
Why would they steal one basketball?
I don't know. I was just trying to give him something that made sense. All right. So next up, we have why are all these things now like out of order? Actually, we're gonna go into fashion, and you know what? Let's get on a happier note before we get on a sadder note. So you wanna bring up your segment?
No, I'd rather start with sad. Honestly, because I don't. All
right, so
sad.
So as we all know, Virgil passed recently, and since the last time we've been on the show, they actually did the Virgil Was Here.
The commercial.
Not just the commercial, but the actual fashion show.
That was fast.
I think it was maybe a thing that was already being prepared.
Man, that's me.
It says, in loving memory, Virgil, Louis Vuitton pays tribute to the life and legacy of a creative genius with a presentation of his spring 2022 collection in Miami on November 30th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Let's see this. There's our video.
Yeah, there is video.
Okay.
So let's look at the preview commercial real quick. That should be the first one. Got this here.
Man, it got real quiet for a while.
Ooh-wee.
Was that stuck to?
It stuck to my life.
It's like 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah. Yes, this one I watched. So this one was. It's basically this kid just going through different areas, and at the if you skip towards the end.
For some reason,
It ain't even rain, but they need it to be
the
shiny.
ground is wet. Like, why is the ground wet?
And then it ends up on the balloon, which
Yeah,
the balloon
the
is.
balloon.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna pretend like I am by no means an expert on Virgil Abloh whatsoever. I know the what do you call it, the key points or whatever of it. But I do recognize the impact that he made within what he did in the position that he got.
For sure. Yeah, I agree. I mean, honestly, I'm not a big. I have gone on and on and on this show about how much I dislike Off-White Nike collab stuff. I think it's bland and sauceless. And maybe, maybe for Monday I'll go over the ones that I like. What?
Off-White with it being very basic.
Yeah.
Having a collab with Deadstock called Sauceless.
Bro, it's so sauceless. It's just so basic. But I cannot say that there's so many things that Virgil worked on and so many people and like so much influence. We'll go into more detail about some of that influence later, like on maybe on Monday. Okay. But yeah,
Easy's confirming that he's going to be here on Monday.
He thought about that. Monday. Maybe. No, so just trying to figure out as much as I am on like non-team Virgil in terms of product.
Well, the Off-Whites.
Most of his stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I understand the impact.
Yeah.
And what he was able to do. I mean, he was the creative director of LVMH, like of Louis Vuitton Maharishi, which is supreme, and like all those things all looped in together, and working with Nike, and so many other artists, and just watching people's social media over the last couple days on the impact that he's had on them. A lot of people actually have pictures of them with Virgil, like people who I know or who I've met who have pictures of them with Virgil on stage because he DJ'd. Heard he's not that good, but whatever, he DJ'd. People with him on stage, or people with like what's up, man? Like all those different things. Was like Virgil actually had like a direct impact on people's life. Yeah. It wasn't just like this body of work, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So much so that Virgil's favorite shoe is a Jordan 6, and I actually have been wearing 6s for the last couple days. Because I'm like, you know what, man, out of respect.
Yeah.
And I'm not like, I got 6s on because of Virgil. This is really the first time I've actually mentioned it.
Yeah.
But since he passed, I've been wearing them. This is taking photos outside.
Dude, it's so hard in the paint. I love when people come up and they discover it and they're just like, yo.
Yeah.
And then he magically disappeared as soon as we started talking about it. I wish that we would have had the fourth camera up, man.
That's all right.
It's all it's so hard being so hard in the D. In the P? You remember that song?
No.
And we gotta quickly do.
I was thinking of the Big Pun one, and it's so hard.
No. All right. I'm gonna get the look. See. So play the other Virgil video while I'm getting this one up.
Yeah, I want to see what this collection was looking like. What it looked like.
It's a long video. We
What
can
that-
just
what
skip.
that
We can
collection
skip
do.
through.
I mean, I'm not a big fashion guy, so I'm the worst.
See if you can just
anyway.
double click on it, or you can just zoom in on the screen.
I see a lot of dunks in there.
Oh, sorry, not so hard. It's so cold.
Oh. I like this. Is that a paper plane? Look at huge. Yeah. It is a paper plane.
So cold and yeah.
What happened to the screen? What happened to the scriggity?
I don't know.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, you might just have to plug that back in.
Who knows?
Who knows? And then hit that. And then so I put so cold is right under the first in the new drip.
So was the new show called?
So this is cold in the D.
What do just?
You might have to unplug the volume and plug it back in, or
We were doing so good.
I know. It was
almost like too efficient. Was the show called Virgil Was Here?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, was that already the plan before he passed?
I don't know.
Because this is like 2
days later.
No, it was too timely. Like, it was too clean.
Well, they probably knew that he had cancer, and probably always. That was the thing we were talking about last time. Like,
Yeah.
hey, let this dude do 150 shoes.
But we talked about this. I think you had said that there's no way that he probably let him know.
Well, that was with Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Like Marvel didn't know or anything else about it, supposedly.
Yeah.
And I was speculating that it might have been the same with this, but since this fashion show came around, I don't know. Which, it was supposed to happen later on in the year, but it still happened now. All right.
Is it working?
You able to play it? Is there... Maybe press the volume up on the actual iPad. I can like almost hear it, You know what? I'll just get how many very early on.
Oh, T-Baby?
I'll just give you a little volume over here. Why is mine silent now? Uh-oh.
Man. Technology.
No, I think it's just that version of the song just didn't have any volume.
Oh, well. No more It's So Cold in D.
Yep. All right, we tried. I don't know what the heck is happening.
Yeah.
Neither one of our computers are playing any sound. But anyways, yeah. I think can we see the collection again? We can just go through the video real quick.
Yeah, I don't think they necessarily showed they just kind of like scrubbed the video or the showed video.
Yeah, it's 20, so it's like 22 minutes long.
Oh. Oh, is that the music that goes to this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's some good Pharrell.
Is that Pusha T?
Yes.
It's clips.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
You have some volume.
volumeless. Man, that
Hey,
I'm not gonna lie. So the fashion was okay. The music made it better. I'm like, oh, I will go to this show.
I ain't mad at that jacket that just passed by.
Nah, that's why I like this plane. Also, is that the Louis forces that they were talking about?
Are those crab hands?
Possibly. You talking about this this stadium jacket? I'm mad at those leg warmers though.
Look at the crab claws on that dude.
I think those are. Somebody had hockey mitts on, like goalie, or not goalie mitts, but like hockey mitts.
So this is my thing within fashion that I get super annoyed by. See the crab mitts. You got crab mitts. Are those hockey gloves?
I don't know what they are, but I'm not against crab mitts.
I just sometimes when it's like, yo, let's
Exactly.
put something awkward on someone just to make it look more crazy and stand outish. Like I'm like so annoying. Like,
You know what I like about this show so far? That's gonna sound weird. I like that there's obstacles in the runway, so it forces them to actually like walk around the obstacle. It just seems a bit more like they're naturally walking.
okay, like, hey, yo, I'm wearing the skirt with the hockey jersey, some puffy ears, looking like a hip hop Princess Leia.
Is this making
Like,
is this making them like I don't know. I like that. It's almost like they're walking through the forest. So just the way that everything is laid out, like they walk through and then they go around. This is kind of cool.
it looks like they have like the Hulk gloves on, the ones that you like. The, kids
The
had
Hulk
to
smash
put-
ones?
Yeah. All right. But you know, once again, shout out to Virgil. R.I.P. Definitely did some insane things within the game.
Yeah, I think those are hockey gloves.
All right, let's get through these nice kicks.
Can we? Well, it's going over a collection. Can you actually jump to the Ivy Park? So, the Ivy Park. Man, what was it? What was the Ivy Park collection called? I need to see it.
Ivy Park and Adidas revealed their Hall of Ivy.
Hall of
holiday.
Ivy. Yeah, so it's their holiday collection.
James Harden can go step on a rusty nail.
Why don't I like James Harden?
We've talked about this already.
I really don't remember.
Dude tried to punk me.
When?
Like back in the day. It's such a nothing story. It's just he was annoying and he became more annoying after that.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
That
and I don't like how he plays basketball.
He plays basketball poopily.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that first of all, I want one of these Ivy Park basketballs just because.
Wait, they're legit Ivy Park basketballs. We gotta have somebody that we can get one of those on the show.
Probably from the employee store, honestly. But I just thought this collection reminds me of like it like is interestingly holiday inspired. It's not like green and red. Well, there's actually a lot of green in it, but
it's neon green.
There's also like foresty green, like some of this kind of like
some of that.
So
ooh, got a houndstooth.
But the houndstooth to me, I like houndstooth. I
yes.
think that the houndstooth looks really good. All the Ivy Park stuff is just so clean. Even this jacket is icy. Like
I'm not mad at the shoes.
Yeah, the shoes are good. I can keep scrolling, and we'll actually get straight to just.
I'm still surprised that Rihanna's out.
Keep going.
Made money on Beyonce.
Okay, go. So that's the first model. They're all kind of creeper inspired. That's like the taller
shoes.
Yeah.
I love that that's called a creeper.
I don't know why it's called a creeper, bro. I don't know. It's so weird. Keep going. There's another shoe. They took like a trip. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, this is the one that you were saying that you like. I think they're kind of cool. I don't like creeper height, but I do like the.
You know what these look like, right?
I know you're gonna give me a what they look like.
These are the Oscar the Grouch ones.
Oh my gosh! Keep going.
These are
Go. Yeah, I think that these are super clean.
these shoes are not trash, but
these are icy. This could be a winner banger right here. I forget what this shoe is called, but man,
I'm just not into dad shoes, even though I know that that's what's in my future.
That's in your current. And then
what are you talking about? I'm wearing the iciest of dirty Nikes.
These are ugly.
Those look like some stormtroopers. I'm feeling that.
Like some stormtroopers. Yeah, not
is that the Star Wars Beyonce collab? Is she going to be the next Star Wars Jedi? Because I'll take that. Ooh, Beyonce was a Sith Lord, all black.
I don't know what that is, but I agree with you because I just would like to see that. All the Ivy Park, the way that they do the lace loop and the heel pull with the loop, so fire. Every single time I see it.
Yo, Beyonce's collection is ridiculous. I wish that they
great.
I wish they would put out more of it so more people can have it.
No, they put out a ton of it.
It's always gone. It's sold out right away.
Shoes.
Shoes, clothing mostly.
Nah, clothing will be sticking around. There's so much clothing.
Bro, I've been trying to get some Ivy of the Park in me. And I'm.
All right, let's go to the next one. Okay. What was the first one that I put in there?
I think that was the first one you put.
Well,
in there.
was it?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the next one?
Because the other thing, yep. The next one, eBay introduced.
Oh, yeah. So eBay introduces, for my next part of the segment, eBay introduces
you want to introduce your segment of New Drip?
I'm about to talk about shoes and stuff. They call this New Drip, I think. So the eBay has acquired SneakerCon's authentication service.
Okay.
Which is very interesting. So the way that a lot of these,
we should have went to the Adidas website and looked at some of this stuff, bro.
Why? Is it bad?
Fire.
Oh, of course. I know it's fire. So listen.
Okay.
So the Ivy Park stuff has been so good. I was wearing Ivy Park pants yesterday. And I got a lot of compliments on them, which was toy. But anyway, so I didn't actually read too much into this, but I do know that the way that these services work, people who are sneaker authenticators, like certified authenticators, they have these jobs. They receive product in. They quickly inspect the product and send it back out. You can be trained to be an authenticator, which is perfectly fine. But I know that some of the brands, the amount of time that they say from opening the box to checking to see if the shoes are authentic, closing the box and getting it ready to be shipped back out is 3 minutes. To check to see if something is authentic within 3 minutes, even if it's the thing that you check all the time, still does not seem like enough time to me for that to actually be certified authentic. It just doesn't seem right for you to be like, oh, so get the box, cut it open the box, make sure everything's all good from box to paper, each shoe, laces, and checking any sort of codes or anything like that, especially with how good fakes are now.
Yeah.
And it has been said many times that some other sites, I'm not going to name any, have been known to let fakes through.
Oh, yeah.
So when I used to work back in the day, when we used to do product testing, and my footwear job, you would test like 15 pair of shoes. If you had a problem with one, it's like, all right, maybe we should look into this. If the same problem happened twice, then that is now a consistent problem based off of if you were to go out and make 15 million pair of that shoe, right?
Yeah.
So now you have something like 12 or 15% of that product is defective, and you want a defection rate closer to like 1. It's gonna happen, right?
Is it like really possible to get it to 1?
1%?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's all manufacturing. It's usually something based around manufacturing.
Okay.
So if you are like, if maybe the top lace loop is ripping when you're playing basketball, you reinforce that lace loop. Or if there's like a hot spot in the heel where it's like making people bleed or whatever, you change your collar lining package or whatever. Like that is very possible to get it to 1.
Okay.
Most product is, at least from Nike's perspective, based off of what I worked on, was in that 1-ish zone.
Okay.
Usually the problem is caught in production.
Okay.
You can see it or feel it or whatever. But somebody was walking that way. I just caught my eye.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it is very possible to get it to 1.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm just curious to see. I mean, I think it's more of a publicity, like, hey, we're using SneakerCon's authentication. Yeah, like, but I don't.
So you were saying something with this about our Holy Grail.
Oh yeah, so that's just like the next series of so the Ama Maniere, that's a brand out of a shoe store out of Houston, and I believe they also have one in New York. Ama Maniere ones drop. They drop in a couple days, and I already put in my thing. See, this is a screenshot from my sneakers app. I already got the notify me on, which means it's definitely not going to let me know because it never works. Sneakers app. But
we get the men's 14 in there for. Oh, it goes to men's 14.
Yeah, it goes from men's 4 to men's 14.
You know that's my favorite color, right?
No.
Maroon.
Maroon. And is there a number that maybe associates with that? Like
I just
5?
like maroon in general.
No? Okay.
No.
So the Alma Manier one is about to drop. Cool Gray 11s are about to drop, and everybody's like, "Oh, Cool Grays, those are my grail." But Cool Grays will come out like 4 or 5 times in the last I don't know, like 10 years.
Just saying, you know, I'm going to sneaker app right now just to put.
Do you think, man?
I'm just trying.
Yeah, do you think? So I'm. Hey, listen,
Nike.
Listen. As much as I talk mess about sneakers app, again, notify me is on. So I'm like, hey, at least let me know. Let your boy know, just in case maybe I could possibly.
I just love that it's still stuck on the. Oh nope, there it came. Ugh.
So my question to y'all, for this is Grail season. Christmas is coming.
Yes.
You know, let me. I just want to hear what y'all's grails are. What will be on your wish list? If you hit up Santisi.
just because it's just rolled past. So I actually put mine in there. Can you pull up the other shoe that was underneath his? And I think you're already gonna guess what this is.
It's something related to Star Wars, most likely, but I don't even.
No, actually, and then let me put in my second one.
Oh, is it a pair of Air Force One duck boots? Some Gore-Tex, some Nike Baltoros, some Goa Domes.
No. It is that is not it. But I'm a nerd. Everyone knows I'm a nerd. I don't care. And
let me see if I can.
All right. Were you able to pull up that picture that was right underneath?
Oh yeah.
Those are on my list.
Oh yeah.
The day loss.
You know what? I think you have said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The other ones that
just the highs, not the lows.
Especially the highs.
Uh-huh.
I'm more of a highs guy than a lows guy. I would take these. Also, the newer version, the ones with the white. I really want those as well. Shout out to no one that got me those.
Shout out to nobody.
Dude, man, I wanted them so bad. And I had so many people like, oh man, yeah, they're all up in the employee store. They even got your size. I know they got your size.
Okay. Here's the thing. When I first started working at the employee store, they were in the employee store. And I remember seeing them there and just being like, those are okay. I just never picked them up. But for a while the employee store was getting heat. It was getting SBs.
Yep.
Like gray box SB. And then for a while when they switched the box to pink box, they were getting SBs. Man, I'm with you. I feel your pain even more because they were telling you that they were there and you should go and somebody could get them for you. Mm-hmm. I was looking at them and being like, nah, I'll wait. And now, man.
And then if there's one, I just put in one other shoe underneath there. If you can just
I messed up.
hit on that. Yo, man, I wanted those shoes so bad.
I messed up.
These ones are you definitely know.
I'm ready. Oh.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. You know,
man, them Wakanda, those Wakanda dames.
Yo,
somebody gotta have these in a closet somewhere. I'm gonna ask some questions.
Yo, man, I wanted these just in general. I've been wanting to get a pair of Dame shoes. I was looking for which Marvel pair I wanted to come again. I was like, yo, dude from the town, kind of have a little bit of a history with them. And I love Black Panther, love Marvel. Like these are like the perfect like shoes for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
Yeah, this is a good U shoe. You're right. Both of those shoes that you picked were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Sam,
what you got? Sam, you throw something in there?
Yeah, but you're not gonna like it.
You don't know what I'm gonna like?
They're the Van 341s. They're the checkerboard Vans.
I love Vans.
I'm
Ew!
sorry.
No!
I know.
No! You're right. No! Listen. I'll put it back up. How much were they?
Like I think 900. Yeah. Get it in.
No, get it out. That's what it is. Oh, man. You know what? Rest in peace, Virgil. But all them off-white dunks was cheeks.
Okay.
This cheeks, no relation to cheekage.
Hey, anyways.
Man. Why did you do that? I don't even know what mine would be. Because
So-
I was trying to figure out what mine would be, and I don't even know.
So if you want to bring up the local and national news, the first one, we're gonna go through these real quick because we gotta still get grind your beans in.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out what my grail would be.
Okay.
I have too many. Way too many.
Especially today.
No. Grails, man.
Oh, girls. Okay.
Yeah, talk about. My grind, my beat is gonna be. Well, I can't get the stuff that I want when I want it.
All right. So can you pull it up? So Barbados has become a republic and loses the Queen. So Queen of England. What Queen? What's her name? Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth has been taken down. Her boyfriend, I can't remember what the dude's name is, came down and basically was like handing over back to you. And this is their new president. And it's more of a figurehead position. They have like the. Let me just sit up here. The Prince of Wales came through and handed over the. I'm doing such a good job.
Like the reins. Yeah. Nah, you good.
Just scroll down a little bit. You can read this one. You can sound like a Vander.
Okay. Barbados has officially removed Queen Elizabeth II as its head of state and becomes the world's first new republic. In an overnight ceremony in the capital, Bridgetown, Dame Sandra Mason was sworn in as president. The Prince of Wales and Barbadian singer Riri.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I didn't know. I never really hear her as Barbadian singer, which she's very much proud of being from Barbados.
Yo, dude.
Yeah, but so I'm not saying I didn't know that. I just never see it put together like that. But anyway, Prince of Wales and Barbadian singer Rihanna attended the event, which coincided with the country's 55th anniversary of independence.
Yeah. So it was already independent, but it still had the Queen within power. And that's kind of the same situation that's going on in Jamaica right now. Queen still is technically in power.
Yeah.
But, they've been independent for X amount of time.
Yeah.
And so they're saying that this is going to be an ongoing trend, or at least they're hoping it is, to, basically get them white faces off them dollars.
I mean, they did. It says in a speech, Prince Charles acknowledged the appalling atrocity of slavery the Caribbean island has suffered. So I mean, at least they're being.
See, there's a difference from acknowledging it and apologizing for it.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Go back up real quick to the picture. She's 72.
Black don't crack, baby.
Man, they lying. You ain't really 72. Why is you lying?
I like you say lying. She's wearing the tiger print.
Man, y'all are telling fibs.
But yeah, so that was dope. Rihanna got this huge medal of honor, basically because she is an ambassador for. I can't remember all the different things, but she's an ambassador for Barbados. All right. So also in
I'm doing big
news, can
stuff,
you
man.
hit up what happened within Michigan? So if you didn't know, there was another school shooting. So there was a school shooting that happened. So this will be and it's gonna blow your mind. How many school shootings do you think happened this year?
24.
58.
Wow.
This is the 58th school shooting this year. Which I'm mystified by because I'm like, didn't Corona happen?
I literally was half. That's sad.
Yeah. So it's crazy because, Corona, kids not being in school for part of the year or whatever else in certain places. And yet this is still the 58th school shooting this year. And within this one in particular, this happened in Michigan. Three children were killed. I believe it's 8 were injured. The suspect got detained by the police with no harm done. They actually caught him coming down the hall. Let me make sure I say this right. It was The incident unfolded in about 5 minutes. Police said that the shooter, who was not injured, was arrested after deputies stopped him coming down a hallway with a 9mm handgun and several rounds of live ammunition. Yeah. So it was nuts. It was crazy. It's weird that in this time that we're in now within COVID, that this is still going on with so much online learning and different stuff, that there was still 58 shootings. I think this once again speaks to some of the new gun laws and stuff that we should have. I'm not going to have a debate about, like, you know, should we have guns? Should we not have guns? I just think that we should reinforce the gun laws that we do have to sit up here and make things safer for people. And if anyone wants to argue that, I think they're an idiot. Just going to say that. Like, but yeah, what's your feelings on it real quick?
I mean, they just need to, we don't need guns. I know that people want them. I know that people like them, but there's enough violence. There's enough violence as is already, but it's going to be so impossible to remove them. So,
I mean, they were able to do it to a certain extent in Australia. They've done it to a certain extent in Japan. Within, like, you know, it's very, very difficult to get a gun, and there's so many restrictions and different laws, and even people have to come and check your gun safe and everything else. I think America could tighten up just a little bit at the bare minimum.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be just so difficult to remove them from everybody in the amount, and then there's even just like so many resources to be able to make them yourself, and it's just too many. There's too many.
I'm just like, the background check gets me, and I feel like it should be the same thing like within a bar, where before you get an alcohol license, at least here in Oregon, the OLCC puts up a thing on your door that basically says, hey, if anybody has a problem with this place selling alcohol, I think they should do that with people.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, does they have a problem with Steve having a gun? You're like, yeah, like, bro, yeah. Steve crazy.
Yeah. And it should be like an anonymous and be like, all right, what are the reasons? Okay, we get to investigate this. Your gun handling is going to be pushed back X amount of time. Like,
that's a good idea.
I think that any stuff like that, and especially like, hey, have you been recently arrested? Hey, do you have any outstanding warrants? Like, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have kids? And if you have kids, you have to do X, Y, and Z things to keep your gun safe and locked up and make sure it never ends up in their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's basically why we have Kyle Rittenhouse, is because gun wasn't checked, underage person sitting up here shooting. I mean, just saying.
So crazy.
All right. So grind your beans. What you got?
You know what grinds my beans?
You want to say it into the camera? Oh, here, let me. What? You little awesomes.
We back? I'm back.
We back, baby.
Okay. Let's see. What grinds my beans? It's not even really a grind my beans. Like, I'm not mad at anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I just really, last night I was with Amir, like I am most days.
Okay.
And for some reason, I just was like, during the run club, we were, during the run club in my walking group, you know, we have lots of time to talk and converse and, you know, just go through the things that are in our mind. We had an extended conversation about steak bites.
Okay.
And then for some reason that conversation rolled into owning property or owning like land and all that stuff. One of the people, Tiana in our group, she was like, by the way, have you seen that building that's attached to the coffee shop that has residence up top that's $4 million? And I was like, what condo in Old Town or on NATO out this way is worth $4 million and all that stuff? And then I looked at it and it was pretty tight. and then so at that moment, I, you know, of course, my immediate thought is like, how in the world do I get $4 million right now? Or not even to
whatever
get $4 million.
thing that you have to do, let me in on.
Yeah,
please,
yeah.
If you can get $4 million real quick.
Yeah. No, I'll let you know. But
Okay.
Really, we only need 20%. We need 800,000. Didn't so much cheaper. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, man, so many people I know make lots and lots of money. Sometimes doing, I'm not discounting the type of work that they do or whatever. But there's a lot of people I know in many different industries who make tons of money in a short amount of time. For me to make whatever that amount of money is takes exponentially so much longer, because I then also I might make that amount, but then I have to pay X amount of people, and I have to pay all these rents and.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just like, man, what do I need to do to get on that level? That's where I'm at right now. What grinds my beans right now is me. I'm just trying to figure out, like, man, I gotta get to that.
Can I hop on your
Please,
grind your beans?
Please,
All right.
grind away.
Let me get it right. So what really grinds my beans is when people are checking your pockets. It is a thing to me that when people are like, yo, I know you make X amount of money, or like, hey man, you bossing up, you rolling in it, da 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 da, and it's like, you don't know what it takes to do what I gotta do. Like, I don't sit up here and be claiming what you know, because it's a thing. It's like, hey man, you made $5,000, and I was like, yeah man, just to rent the venue was $1,000. To sit up here and hire and staff was another $1,000.
Yeah.
To sit up here and to do promotion, marketing, and everything else was X. You know, and I got bills. I gotta pay for the rent on this office. So when you come at me and sit up here and say, hey, yo, man, you just made X amount of money. You sitting up here bossing up. You got all this stuff going on. Like, this stuff ain't cheap.
Yeah.
Get out my pockets.
Yeah. Yep.
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the Deceptive truck rolling, yo, that's a car note every month.
Yep.
So with if you think a brother's pockets are deep, drown in them and stay out of them.
That's how. Remember, well, what do I say on Monday? I was like, you were like, man, you got a nice little paycheck after the shoes released. I'm like, yeah, but I'm still broke. I'm just going from ridiculously broke to regular broke.
I'm still I just can't wait. Like, for whatever the future brings within the dope stuff, I can't wait.
I gotta get this $4 million.
Yeah, man. Well,
Or 800,000.
Today we're gonna skip Sounds About White, but we might post one up somewhere later. Up on the on.
He was in those chips.
He was in.
He was like, man, chips is dusty, bro. You want to get a little sip of that wah.
But anyways, this has been another episode of Your Morning Drip. I am your host, Ronan Rock. This is your host.
Still broke boy trying to get a $4 million house. Easy. Take a $40 million house.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can stay in tune to all the stuff that we do here on Your Morning Drip. Also, you can follow us at Your Morning Drip on all the social medias. And yeah, go to yourmorningdrip.com, get some merch, buy one of these awesome prints. All this stuff helps to support the show, because the show ain't cheap and you can stay out of my pockets, but still sit up here and support us. We out of here. Peace.